Hey guys, how's it going? Today we're going to be taking a look at the final figure in the big three, and this is the 80 Years Captain America. And as you can see, here we have the figure in box. This side's a little crooked. My friend, actually, big shout out to TheArtistShark. He helped me locate this figure, and he actually found it in his Walmart, and he hid it for me, and I was able to go pick it up. But yeah, let's take a quick look at the box. You can see nice window box packaging. You can see all the accessories, the alternate heads, the figure itself looking great. This Captain America on the bottom, 80 years right there, Legend Series right there. On the side, we have a nice image of Alex Ross, Captain America. On the back, another nice image of Captain America with a description that says, as World War II unfolds and superpowered beings emerge across the world, the patriotic hero Captain America is revealed, ushering in a new age of marvels. So yeah, this just accompanied by very nice piece of artwork, and on the other side again we have a very beautiful piece of art. Now people, they are kind of bummed that he's not the light colored, like the light blue cap, but honestly, personally, I like the darker blue more. I feel like it's a little more realistic, a little more grittier compared to a very light blue. But yeah, anyways guys, I'll go into all my thoughts up next in the review. Alright guys, before we actually look at the captain himself, here is just a very nice look of all three boxes for these characters. And these are just the single releases. I don't have any of the 2-packs yet, but these guys just look great, and then just a beautiful box art accompanies how great these figures look. Here we have the 80 Years Cap figure, and he is just looking amazing out of packaging. Now before we take a detailed look into the figure, let's go over the accessories. Now here we have all of Cap's accessories. So starting off, we got 2 sets of heads. Let us show off really quickly. As you can see, they are pretty similar. This one, the eye, I don't know if you guys can see that, is looking over to the left a little bit. This one, it's kind of looking over, it's not that bad. But I am going to be using this head more often because I like the outline around the A. This one's more of a flatter eye. So, it's all based off of a preference. You can see the wings as well. This one is more, it's more grander wing, more realistic look. This one's more, like classic style, much more of a simpler look, and as well as the top. One's more flat to the head, the other one's flaring out a little bit more. This mask has, you can see like the stretch marks and the stitching and the seam going all the way around on either side, whilst this mask has none of that. So it's all based off of preference, which one you want. The face on this is more like, it has just a tad bit more realism to it. It has a couple like defining lines under the mouth, sides of the nose. This one has more of a square jaw, more classic Cap. So like I said, it's all based off preference, which head you guys prefer. Now moving on from the head, next up that we have is we get 2 pairs of hands. These 2 hands are what come on the figure, and they're like kind of a shield holding hand. The fingers they're like attached together, so what I might do is just go in an X-Acto knife and cut those open so I can open the hands actually. And then aside from that, we get 2 fisted hands. So we're doing good in the hand department. And then the last hand that we have is the shield throwing hand. Now I didn't get the Hydra cap that came with another one of these throwing accessories. I think that's the cap that like first came with one of these accessories. So for me, this is my first experience with this, and so far it's looking really, really well. As for Captain America, it just pegs in very easily. It's actually tighter than the other ones, but it still pegs in fairly easy. You can just, then you can just go off, pose them around, and then aside from that, here is the shield. We can't forget about the shield. It has a standard Marvel Legends shield with a peg to go into his back, and then a clip to go on his hand, and then, you know, the peg, you can go back and forth with it, and then that you can also plug into this hand, and then boom, we have the throwing Captain America effect. One thing that is worth mentioning is if you guys have the older Wolf Cap figure, then here are the hands that he comes with, and these they are kind of a brighter shade of red than the red on the figure. But what you can do is you can pop off the hands off this cap, and then these can fit in. They fit in a little easier, so you know it might be a problem depending on if your joints molded right, then you can be loose. But as you can see, it's you can just very easy. You can see the difference in colors, but I mean, you can work on that and change it up, and then showing off the figure. You can see there is Cap saluting now, so you know you can utilize those hands in with these figures. As for head sculpts, you can see I have the more modern looking Cap head on there, but it's kind of a bummer that they didn't give us a newly sculpted Steve Rogers head. I was highly anticipating one because of how great of a job they did with the Tony Stark head, but I guess this will do for now. One thing I've been seeing on Instagram is that if you have the Worthy Cap figure, the new Chris Evans head sculpt actually looks really good on this, so I'm just going to try it out real quick. Here you can see the head. The ball joint is, the port in the head is actually smaller than the actual ball joint on the figure. So that's why it's sitting up so high. If I let my finger go, then the head just is, you know, just going to fall down. But if you can blow dry the head enough and soften up that ball joint, and then you can pop it on, you can definitely sit this down a lot more. But yeah, even just like this looks very nice, and obviously if you can heat that up and push it down, then it's gonna look even better. Lastly, I know I'm stalling a lot getting to the figure, but you know, just it's gonna be great, guys. So last thing I want to show you guys is just a quick shield comparison. So this shield right here is the one that comes with this figure. You can see it has a nice darker red, has the clips on it. The one next to it is from the Face Off Captain America, which I actually like these shields more because these shields, they have the, you know, the curve to it, and this one's more flat. But these shields have you can see they're bigger, and aside from it being bigger, it has the these elastics, so you can easily slip them onto his back. And plus the clip, when you attach it to Captain America, it doesn't stay away from his wrist a lot, like more than, you know, this one does. This one, there's like a very noticeable gap between Cap's wrist and that. But other than that, here is the shield compared to the newer Marvel Legends Cap shield. I don't know how mine got scratched up there, so eventually if I get another Quantum Realm Cap figure, I'll get another shield. But yeah, absolutely love this shield. Love the coloring on it. And this looks great. Again, you can see it's a lot bigger than this one, so I like the bigger shields more. Here is a older MCU Cap shield. You can see the designs are more accurate on the newer versions shields than these ones, and plus the coloring is also a lot more accurate. But on the underside, there is what it looks like. The other shield looks virtually the same. But again, this one, even though it's smaller than this one, it's still bigger than this Cap shield, which is it's just a bummer how small they made this shield. And lastly, here's the shield from Wolf Cap, and these shields, you can see, are the same size, just coloring variation. So again, it depends on your preference. This one, the clip broke off on me, so I have to glue that back. But you know, it virtually works the same as the other shields. But all in all, I'll probably end up using this Cap shield for that new figure. Here we have the Captain America figure, and I don't even know where to begin with this. Hasbro again blew me away, and I know I sound like a broken record with these 80 years figures, but it's just the honest truth. Hasbro knocked it out of the park with these figures, especially the big three. These guys are looking great. So for a closer look at Cap, you can see he's got the new scale mail, new scale armor, whatever you want to call it. The back, he has the port, has a nice shiny, kind of like a lighter blue than the rest of the suit. It's kind of like what Cap's suit looked like in Endgame, where there was like a darker blue and then there was a lighter blue on there. But yeah, the stars looking great. It's just a little bit of, you can see, it kind of looks like a fingerprint, like a little mark there. But you know, I can touch that up with some paint. But the joints are looking great. Nice solid white on Cap. And then these arms are actually molded in that white and then painted over with the red and the blue, because it's kind of a little gripe that I have. But if you look in there, you can see the white in the joints. So I kind of wish they like filled the blue paint all the way in. But I mean, no one's looking at the figure that closely. Now, I think, okay, so from first-hand looks at this figure, the pants, the boots, and I'm pretty sure the lower arms are from the wolf cap figure. I'm gonna remove the shield for this. And then I think this ab section is also from that figure. I think it's just this general like top area that's new. But other than that, the paint really, just the way the paint is applied, complements the figure a lot. Again, the cursed Hasbro, their little stamp that they put on the figures. Usually I'll like scrape them off, but we got a port in the back for the shield, which I'll plug in for you guys, show you guys how that looks. And you can see there it is. And then there's what the shield looks like on the Cap figure. Now, one thing I'm actually very glad about in this figure is the shield doesn't rest up too high. In some Captain America figures, the shield comes up like this high and it just looks really weird. This shield, I mean, obviously it could sit a little lower, but even for where it sits right now, it's looking pretty good. A lot better than how high the older figure shields would come. But yeah, other than that, this figure looks amazing. I love the paint. Just a few small little gripes with the white here, and here. But yeah, I'm moving on to articulation for this figure. Articulation for this guy is basically like most other Marvel Legends, and if you have the wolf cap figure, then it's virtually the same thing. The head can look up a fairly decent amount, and it can look down a lot too, so you can get a lot of posability with the head. And also he has kind of like the rocking back and forth along with like a little head tilt, so a lot of nice motion in the head. And it's the same for both heads. The arms come out about that far, they go down that far, so it's a nice, you give them a nice vanilla pose, chest puffed out. Arms, they rotate full 360, upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, very nice double jointed elbows. Hands, they swivel around and then they're on a hinge. Ab crunch, very nice, looks that far forward and that far back. He has waist swivel. The belt isn't glued in place, so if you guys want, you guys can change it out with another belt. But legs kick forward that far, so more than enough range for Captain America. They don't go back that much. It's kind of a bummer, but they go out about that much. So you get the arm out of the way. Yeah, they go about that much, so he can almost do the splits. He has upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees. He has a boot cut right there, and then he has the standard Hasbro ankle joints with the beautiful ankle pivot. Alright, size comparison time. So here we have a few Cap figures. All the way on the right is the new Worthy Cap in the center, obviously. The new 80 Years Cap on the left is the Wolf Cap, and then all the way far left is the Ultimate Cap, which is basically a similar figure to the Face-Off Cap, just outfit changes. Now, one thing that I was saying is obviously you can see the boots are the same, lower legs are the same, and now looking back at it, I think this upper thighs right here is actually different. And then other than that, I think these arms are the same as well, but you can see how much better this cap looks compared to Hasbro's attempt at a classic cap right there. Oh, and also the belts are the same, it's just this one is flipped. So this one you can see the buckle's going that way and the strap's going that way. This one the buckle's going that way and the strap's going that way. So you see the belt. I don't know if that was intentional, if it's just my figure that's like that for either or. But yeah, you can see he is the tallest Cap out of all of them, and it's mostly because of this top half that kind of raises him up. But yeah, here we have Cap next to a few other Marvel Legends figures. You can see on the left there is the new Marvel Legends Nightcrawler, and on the right is the Insomniac Spider-Man. And the Insomniac Spider-Man isn't like 2 Spider-Man scale. He stands a little bit taller than what Spider-Man should stand at. But you can see Cap is the tallest one out of all of these guys, and he just looks great compared to all of them. So if you want to put them together, this Cap will be a definite fit with your Marvel Legends. Here we have Cap next to a few figures from other toy lines. You can see on the right we have the purple variant Wildcat from DCUC. We have this is a retail release of Captain Rex, and then on the left is the DC Rebirth, DC Icons Batman. So these two basically stand around the same height. Cap's just a little taller than Batman, and the Wildcat is a little taller than Cap, and then Captain Rex obviously is the shortest one of the bunch, as Black Series are. I don't know why Black Series, maybe there was a reasoning that I missed, but someone told me down in the comments below why the Black Series line is so short. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. They still look great, but I just don't know why, since they're both made by Hasbro, I don't know why they were so short. Here we got Cap next to a few other classic Avengers, and you can see this it just fits. You know, any classic Avengers fan is just absolutely gonna love this. If you guys are creating a display this way, you can see we have the 80 years Thor, 80 years Iron Man, vintage collection, vintage wave Ant-Man, and vintage wave Vision. So you know, if you mix this Captain America in with your MCU display, he's gonna fit instantly, especially if you have like a classic display like this. He's just gonna look amazing with them. So yeah. Alright guys, here we have the classic Captain America figure. You can see him balancing on one foot, throwing the shield. So if you guys do balance him right, you guys can get him in pose like this. But overall, I absolutely love this figure. He is a great addition to any Marvel Legends or just Marvel collection in general. If you're a Cap fan, definitely pick up this figure. In my opinion, this could very well be a good stand-in for the face-off Cap if you don't have that, because you know, like truth be told, over the years the joints on those figures, like the older Toy Biz figures, are looking pretty ugly. So again, it's all based off preference. If you still love the face-off Cap, go for it. But for me personally, I absolutely love this Captain America. So yeah, anyways guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with all your friends. And there's more videos on my channel, more videos coming soon. Hopefully eventually I'll start live streaming again. Maybe I have even started live streaming before this, but I'm trying to do a series on Batman Arkham Knight. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching.